So what's going on, man? It's a lot of stuff going on, and for me, in order for me to articulate my words, I guess it's best just to say what's on my mind. Man, but where do I even start? So I say a lot of things on social media because I'm trying to bring awareness to the landscape of where we live. And it's just like you say stuff and then people don't get it. You know, it's just I don't know if it's because people are guilty or they feel some type of guilt or some type of way or whatever. But you can't have it both ways, or you can't play both sides. It's either you're for good or you're for evil. You know, plain and simple. That's the easiest way to put it. So I just don't understand how Christianity can have, you know, people so messed up. I don't know if it's because they just listen to their pastor, or, you know, these bishops or whatever, you know, whatever astute title they have. Does that make them like the go-to all, but you don't read the book yourself? You know, you don't study the book yourself. You don't try to practice humility, because what they did to Brother Arbery, that was very inhumane, and it was grotesque. You know, it was no man should be shot down just for jogging. You know, this country is crazy. This country is going into a whole nother realm. I think that, well, I know so, that it's more of a spiritual thing going on. And people don't understand that, because you've been taught all these lies and deceptions. You know, John 3:16, and if your neighbor strikes you, you know, turn the other cheek. And that goes against every single principle in the Bible, because King David, you know, thought different, you know, in that manner. Solomon, most of the prophets didn't even feel that way. So where are they getting these doctrines from? Or it's almost like pseudo doctrines. But yeah, anyway, so they shot that brother down with a shotgun, like point blank range. They hunted him down, and it's funny because those guys are big game hunters, I believe. If they're not big game hunters, they still go hunt, because I've seen multiple pictures with them hunting. And come to find out that the father was a part of I believe the White Knights, or some type of radical, let's call them domestic terrorists. That's what they are, group or whatever. And not only that, he was in law enforcement, so he had these same principles and beliefs, and he was serving, so-called, quote unquote, serving the community. Look, man, this is, I'm not for assimilation anymore. It's not working, you know. And every time we want our own space, it's frowned upon, or it's looked at. We're trying to be, we're being racist. But yet you're not on the other side of what's going on. You're not always I'm not, you know, calling out victimization, but you're not always the victim. You're always on the other side, and you benefit from that side. So I'm sorry, you know, you can't, well, I'm not sorry, but you can't play both sides. You know, it's either you're for it or you're against it, and that's it. But the reason why I made this video is because us as, quote unquote, blacks, or black Americans, let's say, we have to really start loving each other. And we have to love each other in such a profound way that we haven't before, or else we're going to continue to go through these same things. You know, it's time for us to stand up on our own beliefs, you know, because you can't praise the same God as your oppressor. And right now, technically, we are being oppressed, in many ways. We can speak economically, we can speak educationally, we can speak in the justice system, all that. We never get a fair shake, And if there are people who look like us who do make it, they're sellouts. Most of the time, they're sellouts. They're just going to say what it is. So we have to stand on our own 2 feet. I was over north. I was grabbing some groceries from the store, and this sister came up to me and she was like, "Can I, excuse me, can I get some money so I can get something to eat?" And I was like, I looked at her, and her countenance didn't resound with me in a way where she was being, honest. So I was hesitant, but I did, I gave her a couple bucks or whatever. But I had my headphones in, and there was a brother behind her, and he was speaking to her too. And I finally took my headphones off, but after I gave her the money, this what really made me upset. It didn't make me upset, but it just made me shake my head. She didn't even say thank you. She looked at the money and then looked at me and kind of like rolled her eyes. And I was like, wow, okay. So I took my other set of headphones out, and this brother was talking to me. He was like, yeah, man, I own a company that provides free meals to the community. And you know what she just told me? I said, no, what did she say? He said that she said, or he said to her, if you're hungry, I have my vehicle outside with meals prepared, meals already prepared or whatever. And she looked at him and she said, oh, I don't have a microwave. Man, so basically in the back of my mind, I might have contributed to her going and doing something that she shouldn't be doing that's hurting her body, which is her temple. And it's crazy. But this is the type of mindset that we need to get out of, man. We need to stop relying on other people, and we need to do for ourselves. It is not wrong to look at somebody who looks like you and want better for them, not only them, or not only yourself, but for them as well, because at the end of the day, it's been proven time after time we're all we got, so we have to do what's best for us. It's time to change, man. It's time to stop asking people to help you when you have when you have a God-given talent that's within you, that He's instilled inside of you. It's time for change. We need to change this. We need to change our mindset. We need to change the way we eat. We need to change the way we think. We need to change the way we dress. We need to change the way we treat each other. Most and foremost, we need to start loving each other, man. Sometimes I walk in the streets, I don't even see, I walk by a brother, he don't even say hi to me. I have to force myself, or I have to force him to say hello to me. And if that's what it takes, then I'm gonna do it. I had this one guy ask me. He said, he does a service. I'm not gonna say what type of service, but he does a service to the community. He says, "What do you do? What do you do for the community?" Basically, trying to throw his title around. What do you do for the community? And I was like, you have no idea what I do for the community. It doesn't matter what I do for the community. All that matters is that when I say something, people listen. That's all that's all that I want. I want people to listen. Just listen. Because I can sit in a room full of 100 people, and it doesn't matter, unless, or it doesn't matter how many of them I touch, but at least let me get one person. Let me speak to one person, because that person can listen to me and go and do the same exact thing, and the cycle repeats itself. Over time, it'll work, it might not work right away, but over time it'll work, because due to the amount of numbers, if that makes any sense. It's just time to wake up. It's time to wake up. If you're a law-abiding citizen, and you're a person, you're a so-called black person or a black American, you must go out and get your conceal and carry. You have to go get your conceal and carry. You have to protect yourself. You have to protect your household. You have to protect your children at most. You know, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up, man. It's foolishness out here. This is craziness out here. Them dudes didn't get arrested until, I think they said, what, 2 months or whatever, 2 months later? That's madness. That's crazy. Like, really honestly sit down and think of it. Think about that. That's madness. Man, I'm so upset, man. I'm so upset. And for everybody who says that, you know, who thinks that I'm being racist for speaking up against racism. So a person is racist for speaking up against a person that's being racist. Just think about that for a second. That makes no sense. Hey, I'm gonna keep doing these videos. Like I said, if it touches one person, I don't care. That's all that matters. And you should feel some type of way. I don't know how you can feel some type of way if I'm not speaking directly to you. I'm speaking to my community, people who look like me, you know. And I know that we have a lot of people in integrated families or mixed race families or whatever, and that's perfectly fine, you know, to some extent, you know. But anyway, that's perfectly fine, you know. But that means that the family's just bigger. My family's very diverse. My family's very mixed. So, and I love it. But what we need to do is speak up for ourselves. All right. Stay strong out here. I love all my family. I hope to see y'all soon. Keep a sharp mind. You know, always walk with love and be proud of yourself. You know, be proud of who you are as a person. Make your ancestors proud. But most of all, make our Creator, the Most High, proud of you. Okay? Right. Peace. Talk to y'all soon.